Hello cyclists, welcome. Today I present you my perfect match. It's the Lekker bikes from Amsterdam and a little Australia. Well, two things I want to explain to you before we really go into detail, and I'll introduce you to the bikes. It's what does Lekker mean? So Lekker is a Dutch word and it describes everything that is beautiful, that is fun, that is enjoyable. And actually these bikes combine all that. So in the Netherlands, like lekker, the weather can be lekker, a girl can be lekker, the food can be lekker. So it's a bit like a feeling and a lifestyle. And the second thing is, you know, the history of the brand is quite interesting and important, because I always, when I introduce you to new bikes, I always look into the history as well. Do they want to make money, or what was the reason this company exists at all? And so there was this Dutch guy from Amsterdam, and he decided to move to Australia a couple of years ago. And there was no way in Australia at all that commuting by bike was introduced. So that's what he did. He just took his Dutch bike and was commuting by bike. And that was actually a big success. So his network around him asked him for a Dutch bike, because it made so much sense to commute through the city with a bike. And that actually became the success story. So it started in Australia, and now Lekker is again back in Europe and selling those really, really beautiful bicycles. Why are those bikes so beautiful? Because for me, I told you it's the perfect match, because those bikes are high quality bikes with super nice, well curated components, and super important for me, they are very reliable, which means every morning I get up and I need a bike that works, because otherwise it's like sort of a catastrophe for me. So we start, maybe the first thing, the design. It reminds of a classic Dutch bike. So it's very comfortable, you have a very upright sitting position, which is very important, especially when you're riding an e-bike, because you want to see what is happening around you. The other cyclists becoming more and more important, because there are more and more e-bikes on the streets. Of course, pedestrians, cars, lorries, etc. And the saddle, both bikes very well chosen, gives you a feeling like sitting in a very comfortable chair. The frames are made from aluminium, which is quite stiff compared to other frames. But due to the fact that the tires are really big, you have a bit suspension. So even when you're cycling over cobblestone, you feel very comfortable and safe. I brought you two models. So one is the Jordan, which is the step-through model, but you also have one, it's called Amsterdam, which is more for the male community. You have two different frame sizes for the Amsterdam, and what I really like, thank you so much, because especially here in Hamburg and also in the northern countries and in the Netherlands, they are really, really large people. And the bigger frame size from the Amsterdam, so when you're 2 meters and 5 centimeters, you can easily ride this bicycle. So thank you so much, dear friends for Lekker, for considering a frame size for very large people. And there's one frame size for the Jordan, which is totally okay, because the range, when you ask me, I had a look, it definitely will comfort almost everybody. And there are different frame colors. So I highly recommend check out the website for the different options. I really like those two here. They're very decent, yet unique. So you also become a bit like an eye catcher. When you think, what bike do I really need? How does my everyday life with a bike looks like? Then these bikes are almost cargo bikes. As you can see, they both have front carriers, that is optional, and the Jordan has a rear carrier, which can be easily also mounted at the Amsterdam, the male bike. So, and this gives you like really the opportunity to carry quite a lot. Like when you're going to the office and you have your backpack or just your bag, and you can do some groceries. There also, check out the website, there's some really nice accessories, not only locks, but also different kind of baskets. What I really like, for example, about the lights is that they try to integrate the lights wherever possible. So for the Amsterdam, the male version, they did choose the LED light skin, which is super nice just under the saddle. And for the female bike, the Jordan, it is integrated into the rear carrier. And it is super comfortable because it is sufficient for the German laws, so it is, as we call it, STVZO conform in Germany. Most important, especially now in winter and in autumn, it is important that you are seen. These bikes are e-bikes. So Lekker did choose the Bafang 420 motor with 80 Newton meters of torque. So super strong motor, very reliable and very quiet. Well chosen, definitely. And of course it comes with a combination with a battery, and you do have 3 different battery options. It starts with 375 watt hours and up to, I think, up to 750 watt hours. So you can choose. That, of course, has an impact on the price and of course the range. For me, definitely 375, maybe 500 would be okay, because I don't mind. I take out the battery anyways every night when I arrive at home and charge it. So yes, you can take out the battery. So it gives you the highest amount of flexibility when you don't have the infrastructure to charge your bike, for example, in your garage. So the Bafang 420 motor is located in the middle of the bike, which gives you the most natural cycling feeling, because when it's in the front wheel, it rather feels like you're pulled, and when it's in the back, then you feel a bit like being pushed. Also very nice, but for me, for my daily commute, for most natural feeling, I like it in the middle because it gives you a very natural cycling experience. The Bafang comes with a little display here that is totally okay, nothing very fancy. It gives you all the information you need, and you do have 5 different modes of support. So whenever maybe you need to arrive somewhere a bit quicker and not sweaty at all, you choose the highest mode of support. And what I always try to do is choose not so much support, so it gives me a little exercise. And when I was cycling the bike, the 5 different modes were totally okay for me. So especially when I was riding uphill, I felt very comfortable. And even when I had the chance to cycle a bit faster, I easily reached the 25 allowed kilometers. And also the range when I was commuting, it was totally okay. I could ride a couple of days. My commute is like between 5 and 9 kilometers per day. And yeah. I always checked the battery at the display, and I had the feeling it wasn't hardly changing at all. Also, I mean, I cannot say it enough, but Lekker really did choose high quality components. This is also for the drivetrain. So they did choose a Gates carbon belt drive, the CDX, and a belt drive is so much more advanced than a regular chain because it lasts longer, up to 30,000 kilometers. And you don't have to take care of it at all because it needs no oil or grease. And yeah, maybe you clean it every now and then when it's really, really dirty. And it gives no sound. So in combination with the Bafang motor, it's really like gliding through the streets, a bit like flying. And they did choose an Enviolo stepless gearing system. And I'm the biggest fan of Enviolo gears because it's just the most natural way of gearing. So especially when you're standing at a red light and you have to wait, you can easily just choose the right gear when you're standing. And it has a ratio of, I think, 310%. Also a very nice detail, what I like are the grips. They are ergo grips, which gives you a very comfortable feeling when you have your weight on your hands because it's spread on the whole palm of your hand, which was quite important for me because every now and then when I'm cycling a rather sportive bike and I have a bit more sportive sitting position, my hands hurt a little. Yes, I have to admit, don't know if it's me, but anyhow, I really like the ergo grips because they're very comfortable and keep me from having pains. Also, a very nice little detail I love about the Jordan bike, it has a steering lock. So that you probably know from cars, is integrated here. I like it when you look into the car industry and see, okay, what gives you a higher feeling of security, especially concerning bike theft. They integrated something from the car industry here at this bike, so this little steering lock. Look at those pedals, especially the Amsterdam pedals. They are so beautiful. Platform pedals that look really nice, black, and they give you a very nice grip. So thank you, Lekker. I mean, there's so many I introduced you to bicycles that are so cool and so beautiful, and they come with the most ugly pedals, but not in this case. The Jordan, definitely okay, but if they would have also chosen the beautiful pedals from the Amsterdam, I would give even 2 thumbs up. Also very important when you're carrying quite a lot of luggage or groceries with your bicycle. The bikes both have very stable bike stands, which of course prevent the bike from falling, and they do look good. So I know it's so stupid, but when you check the market and sometimes the accessories, there are also very ugly bike stands, and this just completes the whole design of the bicycle. So what does these bikes cost? These line, it's the Jordan GT and the Amsterdam GT, and it always depends a bit on what kind of accessories you choose and of course the size and the capacity of the battery. But these bikes, these highly luxurious, super reliable, full of high quality component bikes start at, I think, 2,998 euros, so 3,000 euros. But Lekker also offers a Jordan and Amsterdam Plus series, and these bikes are compared to the prices of Cowboy and Vanmoofs. So it's a bit cheaper, so a lower price category. And I, to be honest, have to admit, it's honestly, for me, if I had to choose a new commuter bike, I would definitely go for Lekker bikes. Because all in all, it's not only, as I said now a couple of times, the high quality components, the very comfortable sitting position, they are very reliable. I also, it's very important for me to arrive in style. I like the branding. They have here this little Amsterdam brandings with the tulip, and it's the Amsterdam, I think of the city of Amsterdam, the branding. I like the typo, and that they are constantly renewing and looking for innovation, but not in a very smart way. Don't get me wrong, it's like when I compare it to other bikes that are loaded with technology, when I read different blogs and hear opinions and talk to people who cycle very smart bikes over for a couple of years, quite a lot of technology and software also means sometimes quite a lot of errors and a bike that is not reliable. So for me, these bikes assemble everything that I would look for a bike, even though they sell the bikes online, and they do open brand stores in Europe where you can service the bikes. You can go to every bike shop and this bike can be serviced because they choose high quality components that can be ordered by a bike shop. And with other brands, that's not the case. So you rather have a problem when the bike needs service. So when you order the bike online, you of course wonder, how does the bike arrive? Well, it comes almost completely assembled. So you only have to use the Allen keys that come with the bike to adjust the saddle and to put on the pedals, and then off you go, you enjoy your Lekker bike. So super easy and very nice arranged in this box. I definitely give my thumbs up. So thank you, Lekker bikes, definitely thumbs up from me. I really love your bicycles. For me, they are the perfect match because my everyday life on a bike looks like cycling over cobblestone. I do need a upright sitting position and of course a very reliable bicycle. And I can go to my bike shop just in case it needs service or repair, or I even can repair the bike myself. And I'm not the best one, to be honest, concerning service bicycles. So yes, thumbs up, I love these bicycles. And if you're interested, quite interesting, to order the bike online, you can make an appointment and you can have a digital virtual test ride. And in case you order the bike and you're not happy with it, you can easily return it within 14 days. So again, also very clever. So if you're very concerned about ordering a bike online, Lekker Bikes gives you a solution. So thanks again, Lekker Bikes. I love your bicycles.